Hi, everybody. Welcome to God Has the Answer today. My name is Gaspar Anastasi. I'm the senior pastor at Word of Life Church, and you're listening to 91.5 Kingdom FM. Very special young lady with us today. Her name is Julie Shamatz, and she has a great ministry called Beauty from Ashes. Julie, it's good to be with you.
It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me back.
Oh, you're welcome, and we love you so much. And the ministry that God has given to you that was birthed out of an experience in your life that literally led you to Jesus Christ is a ministry that today is really in the forefront on the national scene, in the news all the time, and certainly in the world. Let's talk about that ministry that God gave you, and maybe explain to our listening audience here what exactly is Beauty from Ashes.
Beauty from Ashes was birthed out of my own experiences. I got involved in the commercial sexual exploitation industry when I was 31 years old. I went back to college when I was 28. And I really tried to think I needed money to try to help pay for college, and I got involved in stripping is what I did. And I really thought that I could stay in control of it. I thought that I'll just do this a couple years. I was a backslid Christian. I'll get my degree and get out. What I didn't count on was the effects that the industry was going to have on me, not to mention the exploitation and so forth. And I ended up being in the industry for 7 years. It actually culminated 2 days ago, or I'm sorry, today, 7 years ago.
So you're celebrating, this is the day, 7th year of freedom.
Yes,
and
yes.
I know that's
completion. And
yeah.
I was in the industry for 7 years, so now I've been out of the industry for 7 years. And what I did was immediately, as soon as I rededicated my life, my heart was still with the women that I had seen in the captivity, the hopelessness, the wounding, well, I want to keep saying captivity, but it's a bondage. It's a bondage, and there's such hopelessness. And I wanted to help them find a way out. I wanted to let them know, and I knew that the way that I found a way out was by fully surrendering my life to Jesus Christ, and He was the way out. And so approximately 2 years later, I founded a nonprofit public charity, Beauty from Ashes Ministries, and what we do is we've been providing assistance to victims of commercialized sexual exploitation and trafficking for the last 5 years.
And we're going to talk about in probably the second segment here of how we've kind of joined together the New Life Dream Center and how we're working together to really bring a solution and certainly hope to people who've lost hope. You called it an industry. I don't know. You see, I mean, years ago, most people didn't understand it as an industry. Even some people listening don't understand. How could the sex business be an industry? I think of the steel industry. I think of the food marketing industry. But now you're saying this is an industry.
Well, it's a business. It's a business. It's a multi-million-dollar. I believe that statistics say worldwide it's $63 billion a year.
Oh my God.
Is what the sex industry made, and that's sex for sale. That's anything from erotic entertainment all the way down to child pornography. That's the money that's being reported. That's being reported.
Imagine.
You have to understand that there's a whole lot of money, there's a lot of organized crime, there's a lot of money that's being laundered. I mean, obviously when they film child pornography, which is illegal around the world, and even in the United States, I mean, definitely in the United States, there's money being made off of that. Well, they're not reporting that on their taxes, but $63 billion worldwide is the sex industry. And essentially, the most vulnerable victims of that are right now teenagers and children. Right now in the world, the hottest form of sex is with children. It's a sign of the manifestation of what has happened to our society. No longer it's predominantly men seeking out sex. I'm not saying it's just men. They're also seeking out sex with young boys as well. But the age is going down lower and lower and lower. And it's a major problem. We have a crisis in the United States right now.
So it's really evidence of the moral condition of not only
terribly.
the world, but especially in America.
Absolutely.
Do we lead in this industry? Are we like number one up there? Is that how?
That's what I've heard. I've heard as far like the United States right now, from what I know, is the #1 place to come have sex with children.
Folks, did you hear that? This is America. This is the country that had the foundation at one time that God was the source and resource of the reason of our existence. But today, look how far we've fallen from the grace that God's given to us, that we lead, not only in abortion, we know that we lead in abortions in the world. We not only lead in capital crime, but now we're leading in the sex industry, and especially the exploitation of young people boys in general.
Well, young people, and even the porn industry, we lead the nation in that as well. I mean, as far as the sex industry, it's majorly it's happening here. The amazing thing is that the state of California is the only state in the United States of America that it's legal to even film pornography.
You kidding me?
So start processing that. Yeah,
that is,
exactly.
Folks, we no wonder America is in the condition that we're in today. Have we walked away from God? Have we fallen away from the grace and mercy of God? The answer to that is yes. Here's the evidence of it, and it's literally taking out our young people. You're listening to 91.5 Kingdom FM. My name is Gaspar Anastasi, and we're talking to Julie Shamatz, and she is the founder of this wonderful ministry, Beauty from Ashes, which is helping in many ways young people, ladies, men, children have been exploited in the sex industry. Julie, when we talk about the sex industry, again, money is a big issue, but there's also this other force and power, which you said yourself, that when you got in it, you thought, well, I'd get out in a couple of years. There's a strong demon spirit in this thing, isn't it? Isn't lust one of the most powerful spirits?
Oh, yeah,
that you've dealt
absolutely.
with?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely very seductive. I was very seduced into thinking that did God really say that you couldn't do this for a little while? You got to do what you got to do. You don't have anybody supporting you, and you can handle it. Don't worry, the drugs won't affect you. You'll stay in control. You're a college student. You're getting good grades. You're just going to use it as a stepping stone. And I just got lured right into it, and it took me 2 extra years to even finish with 1 degree. I was a triple major when I went into on the dean's list at Purdue University, and it took me an additional 2 years just to get just a fine arts degree and get out, because the decisions that I was making, the captivity I was in, my lifestyle just totally corrupted. And then even after I got my degree, I couldn't even get out of the industry until, like I said, I just fully surrendered my life back to Christ.
Yeah, it's a true bondage. And folks, if you're listening and maybe this is an issue in your life, it's kind of secretive. Most of the times we try to keep stuff like this secret.
There's a lot of shame. A lot of shame.
A lot of guilt.
Shame and pride, hand in hand.
Yeah, and if you know somebody, or maybe you're dealing with this, give us a call, 239-274-8881, and ask for Beauty from Ashes Ministry, and we'll get you in touch with Julie Shamatz, who's part of the Order Life staff here. And folks, God loves you. I mean, even though the devil would put condemnation on you, Julie, you felt that too, I'm sure. You have to recognize that God's love is greater than that. He never judges us, thank God.
Amen.
He's always has an open door of love and compassion and mercy for us, and He's bidding us to come. He's wooing us to come back to Him. In fact, we'll talk about in just a few minutes about how sex and the sex industry is just a counterfeit of our worship to God. We'll get back to that in just a little while. Listening to God is the Answer today on 91.5 Kingdom FM, talking to Julie Shamatz. He's the founder of Beauty from Ashes Ministry. And I wanted to let you know, as we're going to come back in a few minutes, that we have live streaming on WOLM.net. That's our website. Go ahead and look it up, and you can get into our services on Friday night at 7:30 and on Sunday morning at 8, as well as our regular service at 10 o'clock. That's WOLM.net. And I know you'll be really blessed by watching our services. Of course, it doesn't take place or it doesn't substitute for coming to church here, so you're welcome to come as well. We're going to come right back. We're going to continue to talk with Julie Shamatz and a wonderful ministry called Beauty from Ashes right after these very, very few announcements. We'll be right back.